Happy Friday. Welcome to FCHS Friday Live. I'm Jennifer.
And I'm Nicole.
And we are here going to make a delicious chocolate peanut butter oat bar.
Yeah.
Okay? This isn't at the top of super healthy because it is going to have chocolate and butter. But what we love about making homemade treats is that you can control the ingredients. Get rid of that.
Yeah.
Okay. The first thing you're going to do is grab an 8x8 baking sheet and parchment paper or wax paper, and this is just so that we can just lift it out. This is a no-bake dessert.
Yeah.
Which is fabulous in the summertime. So I have 2 sticks of butter melting in a pot here. I kind of started that already. Nicole's gonna add the brown sugar, half a cup of brown sugar. Just dump it all in there. Okay, and then 1 teaspoon of vanilla.
Yeah.
And we're just going to mix this until the butter is melted and the sugar is dissolved. Boop. Go ahead, dump it in.
I burned my finger.
Okay, just dump it. Are you okay? All right. All right. So we're just going to melt this. So like I was saying before the phone rang, making homemade treats, you can control the ingredients. So, and you know what the ingredients are, because when you buy processed sweet treats, you don't know what kind of preservatives and how much sugar and whatnot is in there. Mm-hmm. Now, this is a peanut butter chocolate treat. If you are allergic to peanut butter, you can use the Wow butter as a substitute.
Or Nutella.
Not Nutella. Well, you could use Nutella. You could actually play around with all the ingredients. If you like the flavor of banana mixed with chocolate and peanut butter is really good, and you have a banana going bad, you can smush this up into the oats as well. You can top it with coconut would be good, right?
Coconut, I love coconut.
Okay, so 2 sticks of butter, half a cup of brown sugar, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and Nicole, why don't you dump the cup of oats? We're going to do 3 cups of oats. Just dump it and then keep scooping. Okay, while she's doing that, I'm just going to add a pinch of salt. Okay, good. They don't have to be exact. I know when you're baking, you need exact measurements of flour and baking soda. This is heaping, and 1 more cup. And I'm going to do a half a teaspoon of cinnamon.
Oops.
Okay, I'm turning off the heat, and I'm just coating all the oats. All right, dump that in there.
Okay.
Okay, and then can you stir that around? While that's getting mixed together, I have 1 cup of chocolate chips, and I'm gonna add 3/4 a cup of peanut butter, and we're just gonna melt this in the microwave. "30-second intervals."
Yeah. 30 seconds.
Is that mixed?
Yeah, it's pretty.
Okay, that looks good. Okay. So, we're going to take our pan.
Yeah, I'm just gonna.
You just want all of this coated so there are no dry oats. So you just want it all wet with the butter mixture. It's going to look like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So I'm going to put half the mixture into the pan. You want to, okay. Okay, and then I'm just going to press it, making it flat and square. Okay, I'm going to check the chocolate.
Hi, Daryl.
Okay. So we're going to give the chocolate and peanut butter a stir. We're probably going to have to do this 2 times, and then it should be the perfect consistency.
Also, hi, Colleen.
Thanks for joining us. Did we try this recipe yesterday?
Yeah.
How good was it?
It was super good.
It was super good. So our house is going to be stocked with these peanut butter bars, and they are not going to last.
Yeah, I'll probably eat them all.
What does make this a healthy treat is adding the oats, because there's a lot of nutrients and fiber in whole grain oats. So that is a plus, and you do get some protein from the peanut butter.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's kind of flattened out into a square. Let's check our chocolate. This is looking good.
Yeah, we melted the chocolate chips and we put some peanut butter. So
Okay, I think 2 times was enough. I'm just gonna mix it. That smells. How does that smell? If you guys love the flavor of peanut butter and chocolate, you will love this dessert. So look at the consistency.
It's like,
Okay, so I'm gonna put most of this in here. I'm gonna save a little bit for the top. So we just add that to the center. Okay, and we're gonna save a little bit for later. And you just spread it and cover all of the oats. You just wanna get every corner, because remember we're turning these into bars. Okay, so that's covered. And like I mentioned before, if you want to change the flavor profiles and add that smushed banana into the oats, that's going to be your middle layer in there. You can add certainly sprinkles of coconut, like I said, but we're just going with the chocolate and the peanut butter. So we have that second layer, and then we're going to add the rest of our oats right on top.
So it's like a layer.
That's why I said it was okay if it's a heaping cups, because if you have a little bit more than the 3 cups, that's totally fine. You want to make sure you have enough of oats. Oh, that looks good. And I love that this is no bake, because it's fun to have desserts, but it's too hot to turn that oven on and to actually cook in the kitchen. So now we're not going to dump the rest of the chocolate. We're going to do a little drizzle. So you're just going to take a spoon and kind of just drizzle it across the top. And yes, Nicole, you can lick the spoon when we are done. She likes to do that.
Yeah, I love chocolate and peanut butter.
Okay. Look at that. That looks great. Okay, so you can have at that later. So with your drizzle, it looks like this. You just put it in the refrigerator for at least 4 hours and just set it like this, and then when it's ready to come out, you just pop out your wax paper or parchment paper and you cut it into squares. Your pan isn't even dirty. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
So,
We're gonna.
here's the batch we made yesterday. You can see here. Okay, you can see the oat layer, you can see the chocolate layer, you can see the second oat layer, and then the drizzle. I cut them up really small. You can have them big. How does it taste?
It's super good.
Super good. You really taste the peanut butter with the chocolate. I love melting them together. You taste the oats. It's really like a homemade granola bar. Delicious?
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter what kind of peanut butter you use. We used creamy. You can use chunky if you like extra nuts. So these won't last long. Happy Friday. Comment below if you make these, if you added any flavor changes to them. Join us next week. We're going to be making macaroni and cheese bites.
Yeah.
Happy weekend.
Bye.